What's up, YouTube? Turning the travel trailer into flatbed trailer project. Um, as you can see, I have ripped off the camper section. Just put some new tires on it. Doing layout for steel. Main plan is I've got 1x2, which I'm gonna make kind of a perimeter around it. I'm going to come around the outside, jog in for the tires, and then go around and then back and then around and jog in for the tires. In between the tires is a little over 6 feet. And then I think I'm going to go for 92 inches total. And what my plan is so this is 3-inch. I'm going to have this stick up above here 1.5 inches to where when I put a wood deck on it, it'll be flush with that. Everything will be flush on top. So what that'll do is that'll put another 1.5 inches down. And what I can do is I can weld the underside and the top side of this guy. Well, not really the frame. I'll bring some supports out for the outside, but like right here, I can weld it to this front support. What I'll do is I'll notch out for these guys to set it down in, and then I can weld here, do that, and then make the frame. And then when I come over the tire, what I'll do is I'll kick back in and go along, and I'll just have it up here so that rail will stick right here, 1.5 inches above. So when I put the wood down, everything's all flush right now. I can put the wood down on this. It already came with some angle iron support. This one's not too bad. They're not too far apart, except, well, here it is. But that one, and that one were the supports for, you had the black tank and the gray tank. What I'll do is I'll probably just leave those in there. They're not really hurting anything. They're just adding some stiffness to it. So if I need to cut those out for some ramps later on or something, I will. But it's got the angle iron going across the top of the deck. What I did do is I bought these pallet support beams, which are C-channel, like 3-inch C-channel, and these things are pretty freaking beefy. They're like 31 pounds a piece. And I'll probably fill in the bigger gaps, so right here to there. I'll probably throw one right here, and then I think there's kind of a bigger gap right here to here. I'll probably throw one right here, kind of where, that'd be where some of the weight usually is. I'm hoping to be able to get a car on this trailer at least. What I did also do is I got these 8-inch purlins for some fenders. I was hoping to find some bigger ones, like 10 or 12s. So I might make these kind of temporary, but we'll see what I can do with these. I don't know. I got a couple of those, and then what I've seen is, since they've got the lips and stuff on them, you just make a 45 notch on them, score the backside, and then you can bend them down, weld it back up. And the plan is to make these removable, or I've also seen basically hinged. So you'll put a hinge where this meets here. I'll probably put like a piece of angle on here to where it meets here, and there's a hinge right here, and then you can have a lock or something back there. But then you undo the lock, and then this will just fold out. That way you can get a car in there or whatever, and it'll be all the way up to the tires, and you have that extra space to drive something on. Then you can fold them back, or you can just make them removable, a couple bolts or something. But we'll see about that, see how that all works out. Just wanted to kind of start this project. I know I didn't start it when it was together. I do want to say before you get into something like this, thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a good deal, um, go ahead and price some things out. um, so I got the trailer for $500 that had the camper on it and all the crap, but it was pretty well. There wasn't really much salvageable. I pulled out like the fridge and all that stuff, and I've been able to sell a few of the things for about $50. But otherwise, they were just kind of like the guy that was living in here was crackhead. He had needles and stuff in here. Um, and he painted like white everywhere, and it just was all crappy. So anyway, back to the pricing of things. So it was $500 for the trailer. I needed new tires. Tires is $320 just for 4. I have a spare, but I just used one of the old ones for a spare right now because it wasn't too bad. So $320, you're at like $820 for that. Then you've got steel. It kind of all depends on also how, like, if you've got stuff laying around already and you don't have to pay that much, okay, cool. If you're just looking to slap something together, put some plywood on it and just go, or if you're actually trying to kind of build, a car trailer like trailer to where, it's similar to other ones out there that you can just go pick up, then you're gonna need probably at least to get some reinforcement in there. You don't necessarily need to build a whole frame on the outside, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. So I went and got steel the other day. So I got some of the 2x3, some purlins, some expanded metal, which I wish I knew how much that was at the time. Just a sheet of the expanded metal was $72. Total for steel was $390. So now I'm $820 is up to $1,200. So there's that. Then there's wood. I go to Home Depot. Wood for 2x8 by 16, because that's what this is. It's $22 a board right now. So if I need 10 or 11, I'm looking at 220 to maybe 260, plus some screws, plus other little doohickeys, blah blah. So you're getting up into a $1,500 trailer, $1,600 trailer. So think about it. If you have trailers that you can just go buy for $1,800, might just go do that. Around here for a dual axle, so that was the other thing with this that kind of is good, is it's a dual axle. It's the 5 lug. It's not the old RV style stuff. It has trailer brakes. They do hook up. I put a battery to them and they lock up. I have to go through it again once get this thing fully going through. But brand new, you're looking for a 16-footer. You're looking probably around $3,000-ish, $3,500. So you can save some money. But on the used market, you can usually pick one up, closer to 2. So just figure out if it's something, if you've got the metal and stuff and the wood and you're just kind of slapping it together and you ain't, you've already kind of got that covered and you don't have to go spend the money, then you're probably in pretty good shape. If you need to redo the wiring, if the brakes are bad, if, something's messed up, blah, blah, rust, that's the other thing. You got to paint. I've got some paint, but that, you can get that stuff Tractor Supply or something. That's not too bad. Just keep it in mind. Also, what I did find, once you strip it down, start measuring. Just go through and start measuring stuff. What I'm finding is this back section that's factory welded. It's got a big thick piece of angle iron, and it's got the bumper that they have the shit hose in. That side over there is an inch longer than this side. Like, if you start measuring, different, I got the center lines of where the max axles are located at. That front beam up there is not too bad. I think like this seems to be like a 1/4 inch off a little bit that way. But that being like an inch away, like if you start pulling measurements to build things like that, then your things are going to get all cockeyed. So just start pulling some good measurements off stuff. Double check that side, this side. Like I know, like even some of these stupid angle iron support things. Um, like if you look at that one, kind of lines up there with that, but then you go over to that side, and it looks like, oh, that tab's way over there or something, but this thing's actually cockeyed over there. So just go through, start measuring stuff so that you can get a good base and know how you're building stuff off, so you don't end up with messed up angles and whatnot. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on the project. I'm gonna start making this frame right now, and go from there. See if I can update you later. Bye.